Welcome back. You know we love doing new things on the channel here. So today we're going to be checking out some products from Handmade by Robots. I love the name because they are made by hand by robot hands, just like every other mass-produced thing that is out there in the market. But these are a little bit unique. They have this interesting texture that look like they were knitted, but they are not knitted. They obviously are plastic. But what's really cool about these characters is you have a lot of designs, you have a lot of different franchises, and you have a lot of variation within them. Now, go check out our footage from New York Toy Fair so you can see the Handmade by the Handmade by Robots product line, which is quite extensive. It's going into movie franchises, video game franchises, television franchises, and much more. So very interesting. Check out the extensive product line. But they have really fun things like we're going to be checking out today. They have standard versions, they have glitter versions, they have black light versions that have a really nice reactive feature to them. Some of the horror ones have a nice blood splatter that comes out in the black light. So very fun, very cool. And they're tackling some newer movie franchises that are growing into the line. We saw Alien there. We saw Star Wars is going to be a new one. Marvel is launching into the line as well. So it's going to be quite extensive. But we're going to show you up close why these things have some really great charm to them and how they have some really fun variation as well. And here we have our standard series in their knit collection. I haven't seen any other version other than the knit series, but maybe they will have others in the future. But you can see it has that stitching pattern here that looks like it was knitted together. What's really fun is it has a little tag on it, like a plush product would. This is a rubber tag. This is Handmade by Robots. I don't know if you could actually scan the barcode. They all look very similar, but that is pretty cool that they have that little extra fun touch on it. It's got a flat bottom, so you can obviously make it sit up. And you can see they have button eyes. Some of them have the black round eyes like you see in a teddy bear or something like that, but it's consistent to the theme, which I appreciate of that being hand sewn. But you have your nice colors here. This is a standard variant. This is not a one of the other ones we're going to show you. So this is one of their standard lines. They have a standard variant. Of course, this is a video game line. So you got Sonic the Hedgehog, and this is Knuckles. So you get a good sense of what their standard variant looks like. And now we're going to have one of the glitter variants here. So we have Shadow the Hedgehog. And you can see he's a different design. It's not just the same one over and over again. So he has different shoes. He has different fur, obviously, his quills, and he's got a glitter aspect to him. So they have him dusted in here with all this glitter. So this is one of the variants I was talking about. Of course, you get Shadow and a standard one like Knuckles here, but this is going to be a glitter variant. So it's got a ton of glitter on him, very sparkly. If you're a fan of more glitterized artwork, then this is your guy. So they will have, I think they have glitter for all the characters as well, if that's what you prefer. And it's just kind of dusted on top there. So give you a little bit of variety in their line with the glitter. And then on to what are my favorite so far, it's the black light variants. So the black light variants, you can see they're not shiny like the glitter. They're a little bit, colors are a little bit more neon versus the standard color scheme here like Knuckles. But let's take a look at Sonic first, just as Sonic, and he's got all his nice colors in there. They're separate on the stomach, so imagine it would be quite difficult to sew a Sonic the Hedgehog together with all the quills and everything, but I'm sure somebody that is a pro in knitting could assemble this. But he's got his tag again, just like the other ones do. But now he's going to have a different reactive nature to him when I put a black light on him. So you can see his colors are going to start to pop there, particularly in the eyes. You can see his blue fur is going to pop as well, because that is the nature of the color scheme here. But this is the reactive bit you get with a UV black light. And you can see the buckles are going to stick out more. He's just going to have, in general, he's got that paint on him that makes him react. So this is what a black light reacted character is going to look like versus a standard character. Yeah, his eyes are going to react a little bit just by the nature of the color, but you can see the rest of them not really reacting. The neon paint on the bands might react, but the fur is not reacting. So you can see the difference here between a standard and a black light reacting character. So this is what I mean about the variants. So if you have a nice black light, this guy is going to light up. It's going to have a very interesting look all about him. You can see Shadow over here doesn't have any reaction. The blacklight shadow will, because he will have that special black paint that will make him react, but you get a better idea here of what a blacklight reacted character will look like. So I love anything blacklight lately, or anything glow in the dark. It just looks really cool. I love how they're bringing that fad back. That was huge in the 90s and the early thousands, and now it's making its way back. But essentially, that is your variety here with the Handmade by Robots, the Sonic the Hedgehog line. Like I said, there are other characters out there, and these are kind of the three basic styles. You have your standard with Knuckles here. You have your blacklight version, which I love the most here with Sonic, and then you have a glitter version as shown here by Shadow. So 3 different versions, and these are common across all the lines. They have blacklight is in several lines we showed you at Toy Fair. Glitter is in several lines. They also have scented versions like we showed you in the Hello Kitty line. So there's a lot of variety out there if you like little gimmicks with your display as well. But these are a couple of your characters from Sonic the Hedgehog line and Made by Robots. Okay, that was your look here. Now your questions, where do I get it? You can get it off their website. We'll have a link in this video. You can get it from other retailers like Big Bad Toy Store. They retail for around $24.99. That's consistent across them. I didn't see any price point changes between glitter, standard, and blacklight, so they're all the same price. So whatever variant you want that they have in stock, you could acquire. So again, fun. I mean, in terms of how much they weigh, they're not that much. They're pretty light because they're hollow on the inside, but they're still really solid. There's not a lot of give here except for the tag is rubber. So they take up, I want to say, about one of my giant hands worth of space on the shelf. So you're looking at about 6 inches high and about 4 inches wide, maybe 5 inches, no, about 4 inches wide. So this is, they're going to start to fill a standard shelf. You can start to alternate them out, but yeah, they're pretty fun. Like I said, a lot of variety on there, not just within the lines, but from movies, from television, from horror, from video games. There's a lot out there in comic books. So there's a lot out there that you could acquire depending on what you're a fan of. So just be just be open to going through their product line, and I'm sure you'll find something for you. But again, I love the blacklight ones. They're really fun, especially the horror ones that had that blood splatter when you hit them with the blacklight. It's a really cool effect, worth checking out. So that is all for this time. We'll bring you more coverage as it becomes available. So as always, like, subscribe, and follow. See you guys next time.